Oh, behave. Hey, hi everyone. This is Ramona coming back at you. This is a twofer today. Okay, so this is going to be like more of a relaxed video. Why? Because it's kind of talking about my stuff. And why do I feel nervous about something? OMG. Okay, so something's not right. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys again about the law of attraction. I know I make a lot of videos about that, or I mention it a lot, but it's definitely the real deal. And I've been noticing it a lot more. It's like really highlighted in my life right now, so that's why I'm mentioning it. Um, so I think, okay, so like a couple of videos ago, I think that in um, I fleetingly voiced like, oh, I've just been really bored lately. And and then I also made another video about the importance of visualization and how to unlock the creative mind. I made a video about that. And I've been practicing lately about traveling and doing different things, because I want to really focus on unlocking that within me and not put any uh, caps on my life, you know. So I've been like really just visualizing myself doing things I don't normally do. Okay. And I think that it's kind of interesting. Sorry. So I also know something. I also know this is something that I figured out for myself, which is that everything that you think everything that you think will manifest, whether that's negative or positive. And depending on how much you think about it, the more highlighted it's going to be when it happens, you know. So even if it's like a fleeting thought, like it will happen, but in a fleeting way. But I've noticed that whatever it is that you're thinking, it will come back to you. I don't know about threefold or any of that, but it'll definitely come back to you. And so that's why I try to think positive thoughts, and sometimes I don't. And I know that I've told you guys that I do have bouts of depression, you know. So even when the law is not forgiving when you're sitting there being depressed and you're thinking negative thoughts. You know what I mean? So you really have to beat up on yourself to not think so negative. Like, get out of that negativity ASAP. And don't, even if you're going through like a bout of depression, or even if it's not depression, say if you have something that the world says, yes, okay, you have the right to be upset about this situation, whatever it is. You try to get over it as fast as you can and try to be positive about it, and because positive doesn't always necessarily mean that you have to be shiny, happy people, but being positive means to really take a few breaths and figure out a plan, even if you have to be really basic, like even if it's all about, you figuring out your feelings, like, why am I feeling like this? And do I have the right to feel this way, or I don't? And even if whatever the outcome that is, like, how can I fix this? Like, work on fixing the problem in a positive way, because whatever you're thinking, it will manifest later on down the line. I promise you. I promise you. It could be something really stupid, and then when it happens, you're like, oh, wait a minute, I was thinking about that like last month, and here it is, it's happening. And you kind of laugh at it sometimes, but I laugh at it. I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. Um, so yeah, so I have been doing the exercise that I've asked you guys, or suggested that you guys do to unlock your creative mind, which is like, visualize yourself actually doing things that are out of the norm for you, so you feel comfortable. So when you apply it to your real life, it won't be so scary for you, So you go and you think about traveling. If you've always had like a major fear of traveling, or you don't go out and have fun that often, and you want to do just small things like, to make yourself happy and stuff like visualize and really feel like how it would be to be able to go out and do that. Once you do, you're going to feel really, or kind of repeated that, but you're going to feel like you can do it when it happens. So when you need to do it, or if you really want to do it, like traveling and stuff like that, then it becomes like kind of like second nature, even if it's not second nature, because you've never had the experience. But anyway, so I was doing those practices, and then I've noticed that lately I've been doing things in my life that are out of the norm for me, that I would never do, not in a million years. Like, it's just not something that I would even want to do even. Okay, so like, what was it, last weekend? Okay, so last weekend I went to Foxwoods, and I did some gambling. There was like, it was like a party, kind of like they have different things there that you want to do, but a lot of what we did was like, it was like a club scene. And so I've done a lot of clubbing in my life, so it's not like something that was new, but the whole traveling all the way out to Connecticut, like an hour, like leaving state to go to Connecticut. Like, so here I am, like practicing on doing stuff for different reasons of trying to unlock my creative mind, right? But inadvertently, it's now applying to my life, and now I'm actually, I'm being invited to go here, there, and there, and a lot of the things I say, okay, I'll go. So was it okay? So last weekend, like I said, I went to Foxwoods. That's like really out of the norm for me, and also to travel to another state just to go gambling, and that was number one. Number two, I went on a party bus. I've always said, I'm like, okay, so I'm getting older now, and I've done a lot of house parties, and I've done a lot of clubbing and stuff like that, but I have yet to been on a party bus. Because I'll see party buses go by, and I'm like, oh my God, it looks like this so much fun. But that's definitely for the younger crowd and, college students. But I really want to do that. That would have been really nice if I could do that before the lights shut off for me. So went on a party bus. Come on, like, is that crazy? So here I am visualizing the whole party bus scene. Not for anything other than just to fix, a new way of thinking, you know what I mean? And now here it is. It's like, okay. So I went on a party bus, traveled to another state, because that was another thing of traveling on, well, in this case, like on an airplane, but we did take a big Greyhound, and we went to Connecticut. And another thing is that I went to a play, which awesome. Usually when I go to plays, it's the same damn thing, like going to the Nutcracker or the Phantom of the Opera, which I do all the time. It's so boring, I'm telling you, because it's repetitively even if it's like I go to different companies and I'll see their different twists on the Nutcracker. It's boring to me. So it was really nice. I was invited just spontaneously. Hey, Ramona, I have these tickets. Do you wanna go to the Huntington Playhouse, Huntington Playhouse, I think it was, something like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And so that was like really, really fun. I was like, oh my God, it was hysterical too, but at the same time really real. And so I went to that. The other thing, which I ended up not going to because I kind of like wimped out at the end. I don't like to see blood. I don't like to see anybody in pain. I don't like the whole 9 yards, especially if it's a friend going through that. I'm like, ugh. So anyways, it was a tattoo party. Now, Mama's not going to get any tattoos. No. So, but when I was younger, I did want to get like a snake around my ring finger, but yeah, I didn't, that was a long time ago. But So I didn't end up going to that, but that was like another thing that I could have went to. So I'm being invited to travel out to go all of these places. I'm like, why is this happening? Well, you know why it is? Because of the law of attraction. I mean, I inadvertently was sitting there doing something else to help me out in my life, and now because I had all the thoughts going on in here, um, now they're safe. And I don't know how long it's been, like only like a month that I've been doing this, and now all these stuff, all these things I'm being invited to, that I'm going to be going to. That's going to be a secret. I don't know who watches my videos, so I can't talk about that one. But it's another party, and then which is going to be really awesome. I've been asked to help out with it, so it's going to be really awesome. Okay, so like I'm invited to all these places. So my whole point in telling you guys is, and I knew this I've been practicing this for years and years, but I love it when it's really highlighted in my life, and then it's like really in the spotlight, and it's really being applied. It's just, it's awesome. Okay. And another way, like I said, and I mentioned it earlier, is that also makes you, very, very, makes me nervous, because whatever we think and we put feeling behind it, it will manifest. And so I don't know about, those times where I'm just like in a slump, and I'm just like, so, and you start thinking negative things, so this is a message for you guys. Like, and it doesn't, the law is the law. Okay. So the law of attraction is the law of attraction, whether you believe in it or you don't believe in it. It is applied to you. Here's another example. Now, I'm a very basic girl, and I'm not embarrassed to say that. I'm a very basic person. My home, everything's basic. Everything that we have is because it's practical, and it's because we need it. Very few times I don't put anything up in the walls. Oh, there's some old stuff of, like, I like a little bit of art here and there, but nothing, like, I'm very, very basic. I have a bed, I have a bedstand, I have a TV. The kids have like what they want, very basic stuff. Okay. Very basic person. Oh no. Okay. So, oh my gosh, there was a reason why I just lost my mind. There was a reason why I wanted a very simplistic. Okay, now I remembered. Sorry. So we have TVs. We have a TV in every single room, but our TVs are really small, 24 inches small, right? I think they're 24, like really small. They're obviously color TVs, but I'm perfectly fine with our small TVs. Now, this was like a month ago, and there was like an ordeal where I wasn't even looking for a bigger TV, because, like I said, I don't need a TV that's going to cover half of my wall. It's just not practical, and it's kind of silly to like we don't live in a big house where we're sitting all the way across the other room and the TV's over there, and we need a big TV to see. We live in a small, in a good size apartment, but still. Okay, so never have I ever thought about buying a big 49-inch TV or anything, none of that. Okay, but somebody was moving out. It was like a forced situation where they had to quickly move out of their situation, their apartment. They needed the money, and they were selling. And a friend has said, "Oh, well, I know that you always complain that you have to wiggle the cord and stuff like that. So do you want to buy the TV?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I can't afford to be spending so much money on a TV." I'm thinking she's going to spend it, sell it for about $400 or $500, which I don't have. So she was like, "Oh no, she's only selling for $250 a 49-inch TV." And I'm like, "What?" And then she goes like this. She was like, "Oh, well, she's also, don't worry." I'm like, "Oh, but it's used." And she's like, "Oh, no, don't worry about it. It comes with a 3-year warranty that she paid for, and she's just willing to give it for $250. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Oh, my God, this is so awesome." Okay, so I gave her Was it 200? Yeah, I gave her the $250 right away because I just thought that, okay, up and coming, Ramona, you know, sometimes you just need to like shake it up, wake it up, you know. Let's go for the TV. Long story short, I didn't see the TV for about 3-4 weeks, and I'm not going to go through the whole situation, but it just turned out like it was a crazy mess. I got my money back, but now I have it like fixated in my head. Like, I want that TV. If you know me, at least from my videos, and you consistently watch my videos, when I'm stuck on something, even if I don't need it, if I'm stuck mentally on doing something, it's going to get done. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen, you know. So now I have like this big 49-inch TV stuck in my head. I'm like, because number one, I'm upset about the situation that happened with the friend situation that didn't work out, and now I'm sitting here like feeling really upset, angry, and it's a whole slew of different emotions. And now that's making me really focus in on getting that TV. So this whole time for 3 weeks now, I've been thinking TV, 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 TV. I'm getting a TV. I'm getting a TV. I'm getting a TV. So there's a point in me telling you this for the sake of law of attraction, okay? And I have a lot of emotion behind this TV now. So I just happened to look online. I'm like, you know what? I told my friend I'm getting a TV, okay? Because I'm just letting everybody know I'm getting a TV. So despite of the fact that what happened. So I go ahead and I look up online, and sorry if I'm not looking at you guys, because I always look out the window whenever I sit in this room. I looked online, and there was like a TV for 175 inches. It was $175 for like a 48-inch TV, whatever, what have you. Called, it was sold out. So long story short, too late, I know. I ended up getting the TV for a pretty decent price, and it would have been like basically the same price with the insurance and stuff like that, but they told me don't bother with the insurance because it comes with a year. I wanted, because that was in my head, like getting a TV, and I wanted to be insurance covered. I wanted everything that I wanted, the same deal I was going to get from this friend's friend that was going to give me the TV. I wanted the same deal because I'm fixated on like that. So I ended up just getting a TV for a 40-inch TV for $260. So I had to pay $10 more, but I didn't have to buy the insurance because it comes with 1 year insurance, and then also I paid with a credit card, so therefore and my bank will give me an additional year to extend the warranty. So I got 2-year warranty on it and only paid $10 more than I was, and it's a brand new TV. So it worked out. And but law of attraction, my whole point, the whole point of that whole thing is that anything that you desire, anything that you want, as long as you zone in on that one thing, it will come about. Now, like, to me, that was like a really, really, really big thing for me. A really big thing was like actually to change my whole living room. That's where I spend a lot of my time. I already did my bedroom. There could be some more stuff added in there, but I'm really, really focusing on just adding to the house, because we like a house people, like a lot of, we're not like traveling out there for weeks on end, or, we are where we're at. And so we need a home that's happy, a happy home, that a good home, so really focusing, that's where my mindset is on it. So I'm bringing things about that I wouldn't normally be able to bring out, like financial reasons wise, or what have you, and it's all because of the law of attraction. So I just wanted to tell you guys that it's like a happy video, because life is friggin' wonderful when it comes to that kind of thing. You can create your own life no matter what it is. You put a lot of thought into it, a lot of energy, and you work hard on that, it'll come to you. Piece by piece by piece, but it will come to you. Break it down, okay? Like if you want your own business, I mean, like visualize that whole thing, but also figure out the steps that you need to get to that, you know, that big business. Figure out the steps and then hone in on each of those steps, and it'll come fast to you. I mean, like, I'm all about like snap my fingers and making everything happen. I'm all about that. But I also am appreciating now some process and everything. But even with the processes, that now that I've like really have like been using like the law of attraction, which I've been doing for years, but like really when I really want something now, like I've got some experiences on my belt that I know that this will happen. So trials, you know, I try things out, tried and figure out, you know. So anything that you just hone in on, it'll come to you, and you really put that passion and energy, doors will open up and you'll get what you want. So never be sad, and try not to be so bummed out in life. Try not to be, because life doesn't suck. It's funny, my kitty cats. And also, like, negative things that happen in your life, you know what I mean? I don't always see those as a negative thing. It might raise up some feelings from you that are kind of stifling and just raw, and you might cry at times and stuff like that, and you might get frustrated and aggravated and hurt, and those momentary feelings. But I always look at those things as a push and a wake-up call for you to figure out that there is a problem here, and it's you know, a push for you to come on, let's fix this, and shake things up, to break things up, and let it air out, you know. But life is not when shit is happening in your life, don't make that the begin all and end all of what life is all about, because it's not. Problems and raw feelings and all those feelings connected to that issue is just somebody knocking at you like, come on, there's a problem here, shake it up, wake it up, and let's resolve this to move the clouds and let the sun come in. That's all that is, you know. So and whatever you visualize, whatever you truly want, it will come to you, I promise you. But you have to practice on that. You have to practice on your visualizations, your emotions, train your emotions to like really get excited and happy, and really and to focus on that one thing, and it'll happen, I promise you. And then, like, you might say, well, there's a lot of people who do believe in that, and they don't, and it doesn't happen for them. Believe me, it's happening for them. The reason why it's turning out in a way that's kind of half-assed or not at all is because they may be thinking about something that they want, and they may be thinking they're doing it right, but 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, they're not. They're wrapping that negative thing around. They're like, okay, well, I want a car, but and you're focusing like the car, but you're also tacking on, but I'll never be able to afford it. I'm not going to be able to afford it. Not like that behind the scene kind of like, you'll never be able to afford it. So just, you know, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But your lips are saying, oh, it's going to happen. But back here is like, no. That's law of attraction right there. You're attracting car thoughts, but it ain't gonna happen. So it's like, you know, you can't do that. You have to be fully aware. It's kind of like how I say, when you order things online, you might not have it right now, but it's paid and bought for, and it's on its way to you. That's how you have, and like if it's a couch or something, now thrown out your old couch and now you're making room. You're visualizing like, oh yeah, yeah, this make a beautiful couch that I want right there. And then bam, it shows up because delivery man's brought it. But that's how you have to look at it. Might not be a delivery man there, but you have to visualize that's how you got it. It's just now you gotta wait, just wait for it and it'll be here. So, and just be that clear and that precise and that sure that you got it, and it'll come. Okay. So this is like a really long video. I just thought that I just wanted to. It's nice when you hear people talk about a law of attraction and then they tack on some real stories about all of that. And so that's why I wanted to share with you guys like things that have been happening in my life. And I didn't even plan, it wasn't even, oh, law of attraction when I applied it to this one thing. It wasn't even like that. It was just that I happened to be thinking and practice about something else. Thinking about traveling, thinking about this and thinking about that and being really happy about it and positive. Remember I made that video where I'm just like, oh, it makes me feel so good about buying his house in Beverly Hills and just being able to go to the theater and go traveling and do this and go to parties and da-da-da. And then all of a sudden, like I've been invited to all these parties lately and or going to plays and the theaters and restaurants and doing all these wonderful things that I visualize myself doing for another reason. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So just giving you guys some hope. Like, don't, if you're feeling kind of like in a slump and things are not going to work out, like just, that's not life. It's not life at all. And you will start getting, I'm really hungry now, a really positive feedback in life if you just hone in on, figure out what it is that you want and then hone in on that, like unbelief, like your life depends on it, and but not in a desperate way, in a happy way, like, yeah, I need this in my life. It's a you know, do that, and it without the worry, without anything, nothing negative connected, it will come. Okay, so I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody. I am so hungry. You guessed it, it's coffee. Oh, do you like my coffee cup? I bought this I don't have a Valentine's, so I saw this at the store on Valentine's Day. I love you s'mores. And it's like gigantously huge cup. Look at it. I can't wrap my, well, kind of wrap my hands around it. It's huge. So I was like, it was $10 and I had like s'mores stuff that you can make s'mores with. I'm like, I'm getting it because it's cute. I love coffee cups and I need coffee cups. So I went ahead and I bought that. But now I'm like so starving. So I'm going to see you guys later. Mwah, mwah. Love everybody. And I hope you like this video. You know, the other video that I made, I don't even know if it's out for you guys to see yet, but I hope everybody takes okay to that video because I did name someone, but believe me, this person does not mind if you say her name. She's all about trying to get her name out there anyway. Positive, negative, she knows that no matter what people are saying, it draws in people to our channel. So okay, talk to you later. Bye. And bye to the viewer who's watching me. Okay.